For assembling, you need the Nokia Standard Toolkit version 2. You will also need the SS231RF Connector Disassembly assembly tool. Use tweezers to peel off the protective film from the vibra. Align the vibra with tweezers. Press gently with the SS93 to activate the adhesive. Use tweezers to pick a new IHF speaker adhesive and place it into the IHF speaker cavity. Remove the protective film from the IHF speaker adhesive. Unwrap a new IHF speaker with tweezers. Place the IHF speaker into its slot. Make sure the IHF speaker is aligned correctly. The triangle should point towards the vibra. Press gently with the SS93 to activate the adhesive. Avoid touching the springs. Use tweezers to remove the protective tapes from a new flash LED flex. Align the flash LED flex with tweezers. Secure it with the SS93. Unwrap new thermal pads with tweezers. Place the thermal pads with tweezers as shown. Place a new top shielding lid with tweezers. Make sure all the clips are secured properly. Attach the front camera bar with tweezers. Place a new bottom shielding lid with tweezers. Make sure all the clips are secured properly. Use tweezers to pick a new bottom AV connector sponge. Place the bottom AV connector sponge around the AV connector. Remember to place the top AV connector sponge around the AV connector on the other side of the engine board. Use tweezers to pick new connector rubbers. Place the rubbers carefully around the touch panel connector, the battery connector, the display connector, and the side key connector. Unwrap a new camera. Place the camera to the camera socket with tweezers. Press gently with the SS93 to secure the camera properly. Use tweezers to pick a new camera sponge. Place the camera sponge on top of the camera. Place also the motherboard main camera sponge around the camera socket. Use tweezers to pick a new subboard adhesive. Align the subboard adhesive with tweezers to the A cover. Press it gently to activate the adhesive. Use tweezers to peel off the protective film from both battery adhesives, and then place them on the A cover as shown. Remove the protective films from the side key flex. Attach the shown key parts of the flex first. Use the guidings when aligning the flex. Bend the flex carefully onto the A cover. Use tweezers to pick a new earpiece adhesive and place it into the earpiece cavity. Remove the protective film with tweezers. Unwrap a new earpiece. And attach it with tweezers. Press gently with the SS93 to activate the adhesive. Use tweezers to assemble the ALS proximity sensor. Make sure it is attached properly. Peel off the protective film from the subboard adhesive. Place the subboard to the A cover. While aligning the subboard, be careful not to damage the side key flex or connector. Then slide the subboard into its place and make sure these clips are secured. Check also that the subboard is aligned correctly. Use the SS93 to connect the side key flex connector. Be careful not to damage the connector or any components nearby. Place the SS231 on top of the RF cable connector. Press the SS231 carefully to secure the connector. Be careful not to damage the connector or any components nearby. Release the SS231 by sliding it towards the cable. Use the SS93 to route the RF cable, and place it under the hooks. Use tweezers to peel off the protective film from both battery adhesives. Place the battery into the A cover assembly. Press the battery with fingers to secure it properly. Peel off this protective film from the battery adhesive. Bend the adhesive on top of the battery. Place the engine board to the A cover assembly. While aligning the engine board, be careful not to damage the connectors. Check that the engine board goes under this clip. The clip on the other side must be secured also. Connect the RF cable with the SS231. Be careful not to damage the connector or any components nearby. Make sure the RF cable is placed under the hooks. Use the SS93 to carefully connect the touch panel connector. The side key connector. The display connector. And the battery connector. Be careful not to damage the connectors or any nearby components. Use tweezers to attach the board to board bracket. Fasten the 3 Torx Plus size 5 screws in the order shown, to the torque of 8 Newton-centimeters. Combine the D cover assembly and the A cover assembly. Press slightly to attach all the clips correctly. Fasten the 11 Torx Plus size 5 screws in the order shown, to the torque of 12 Newton-centimeters. Align the bottom end of the A cover assembly first, to the battery cover. Then put down the other end, and press slightly to attach the battery cover properly. Now the Nokia Lumia 1320 assembly procedure is complete.